Today's video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet, ridge.com/PIMPNITE. The Ridge is a quality, minimalistic front pocket product designed to upgrade from the old, bulky wallet. The Ridge is slim, RFID blocking, holds up to 12 cards and room for cash. It also has over 30,000 5-star reviews. The Ridge wallet comes in a whole range of styles, including carbon fiber, forged carbon, titanium, and many other styles to suit your needs. Ridge also offers other great accessories like phone cases, bags, mobile charging, knives, and a lot of other great quality products. Take advantage of the free shipping so you can get it fast, free returns if you don't like it, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. That's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE, link in the description. Thanks Ridge for the channel sponsor and to all those who have purchased their products. What's up issue? For today's video, we went for highest attack stat Pokemon team for Generation 8. Now, in the past, we've covered the other generations, but I wanted to check out exactly what Generation 8 Pokemon only are the highest before someone furiously starts typing, Primal Groudon in the comment section. Now, if these battles are done on my Twitch, you can check it out. Link in the description of the video. Thank you to all the people who've rocked over to my Twitch already and checked out the almost daily streams. Right, this was a battle against Grant, and we got a Ninjask lead here, so they're going to try and sweep me with probably a Sword Dance, Baton Pass, Speed Boost set. So we're starting things off with Zamazenta here. So what I did right is I nicknamed all the Pokemon the actual base stat. Now, I picked the 6 highest Pokemon, obviously, and put them in one team. Once again, I'll stress, this is for Gen 8 Pokemon only. Now, on the 6 highest Pokemon, there's actually a draw, so I just sort of picked one or the other. So I couldn't pick 7 Pokemon, so I just put 6 in the team. Now, this is a very, very slow Zamazenta set. We've got Metal Burst, Revenge, Payback, and Behemoth Bash. What I did right is I went a max health and max attack set, but I did a hindering speed right because we want to make use of Metal Burst power and Payback and Revenge as well. So we're going to need us going for the Substitute here. I'm just going to break it Substitute with my signature ability. Now, why I'm jumping around into a little Substitute toy, let me explain how this goes. So with Metal Burst, right, it's kind of like Mirror Coat and Counter, but you don't get that negative priority, right, actually based off of your own speed. So if you go first, it's going to fail. So you're going to make sure you have it on a very slow Pokemon, or you make your Pokemon really slow, right? Now, the same goes with Payback. I mean, Payback will still fire off regardless, and also the same with Revenge as well. But I wanted to be going second most of the time that I possibly could, right? So we got the Ninjask go for another Substitute here. It's going to be able to get 2 more off. I just went for Payback. Any of my attacks would actually take this thing, I think, Substitute away. Oh, well, I guess maybe not Revenge, but all the other attacks would. So Ninjask is going to lose its Substitute for the second time now. So I was thinking, okay, they're not going to be able to get a Sword Dance here up here. The only thing they're going to be able to get up is a couple of Speed Boosts, right? And that's pretty much it. So they can probably get 1 more Speed Boost, maybe 2 at max. And, that's all they're going to be doing. So go for another Payback here. We got another Substitute from the Ninjask here. Ninjask looks pretty cool. I like it shiny. It's very, very golden. Comes off like the little Nin Carter. All right, so go for another Payback here, breaking that 3rd Substitute. Actually, I don't think they've got enough to go for another Substitute, just judging on the damage that I was doing to them. I think they'll actually need to go for a Baton Pass here. So I was starting to think, what move should I go for? I was sort of cycling through their team and thinking, what should I do? Should I go for a stab like Revenge here? Or should I just go for a Payback? Then we got the Sword Dance, or not the Sword Dance, the Baton Pass. And I'm thinking this is the Pokemon sweep. And we got the Gyarados coming in here. So Gyarados is a very, very scary Pokemon. I decided to go for the Payback. I thought Gyarados may come in here. They may try and sweep me like, one of those Moxie sets. Anyway, it is a Moxie Gyarados. So I definitely didn't have Intimidate. And I'm thinking, damn, what am I going to do here? Should I go for the Metal Burst? Should I go for the Payback in case it goes for go for a Dragonette. And now we got the Dynamax Gyarados. So Dynamax Gyarados is one of the best, in my opinion, is one of the best Dynamax Pokemon in the game, especially with Moxie, right? So all you got to do, you can max Airstream, and then you just keep getting Moxies after Moxies after Moxies. This guy's actually passed off speed to the Gyarados, so it doesn't even need to go for a max Airstream. It's going to outspeed my entire team anyway. Pretty much all they need to do here is get a boost in attack. So we're going to get hit by the max Airstream there. Not doing a lot of damage. I'm very, very bulky. I did get my ability there at a +1, and that's going to boost the speed of the Gyarados. So now I'm going to go for a Payback. That Payback doesn't do an awful lot of damage to Gyarados. The main thing is I can tank maybe like another hit, and after that I might be able to completely get rid of this Gyarados' Dynamax because I'm very, very bulky. Now I can go for a Metal Burst here. I thought Metal Burst would be a good attack. And now we got the Max Geyser coming from the Gyarados. So Gyarados is definitely not going to be able to get sped now. And the rain is going to be on the field too. So the next attack is going to hit very, very hard. I was sort of questioning, am I going to be able to live the next one? And this thing is going to get like another like boost in attack too. So go for that Metal Burst there. Unfortunately, Metal Burst scales with the, the damage there. And it doesn't do as much as I would have hoped. But, that's how the cookie crumbles. I can go for a payback or anything here. I'm starting to think, am I going to be able to live this one? Should I swap out? It's not exactly easy to swap into a Gyarados either. So we got another Max Geyser. This is the last turn on the Gyarados. It's going to fire its little jet of water at me, and that is going to take me out, unfortunately. And now it's got, I believe it's got +4 in speed, and now it's got +1 in attack. I have to shut this Pokemon down before it gets through the rest of my team. So I was starting to think, what should I do here? This was pretty funny, right? So I had Copperage at 130 base attack. Now, during my stream, I was actually talking to someone in chat, and I didn't mean to swap in Copperage, right? Because all I had was Fissure, Heat Crash, Heavy Slam, and Earthquake. I was like, what am I going to do here? So I just went for the Heavy Slam. I got that Quick Claw activation, outspeeding the Gyarados against all odds. And guess what? Heavy Slam Wailord is going to take out the Gyarados. I mean, Heavy Slam Copperage. So that was an absolutely, complete luck moment there. I think Gyarados would have totaled the rest of my team. Like, I had nothing to live those attacks. I think it was crazy. So I was sort of expecting maybe a little salty DC there, but we didn't get one. They're going to bring their Ninjas back in. So it's like, okay, fine. What are they going to do here? I was like, okay, let's go for Heavy Slam because that's going to do a lot of damage. I'm basically a big old fat elephant, and I'm going to smack into that fly. But they went for a dry baton pass, man. They went in dry. So we're going to see what they're going to swap in here. They didn't even give it like a Protect to get a free speed boost or anything. Maybe they thought, okay, this guy's got Quick Claw. There's not a lot of point going for, like a Protect and speed boost. So Haxorus is going to come in there with the Mold Breaker, and I'm going to hit it with this one with a fair Heavy Slam here. Coming from Copperage, it's no joke. So that's a clear 2-hit KO. So I was actually hoping I could get maybe like another one. That would most definitely take it out, like another Quick Claw. And we got the Close Combat from the Haxorus. So that gets Close Combat now, which is a pretty nice move on it. A very, very nice fighting move. And, my Copperage is definitely not going to be able to live that one, which is bad. But I don't know. I can't really complain there because I got a very lucky moment against the Gyarados. So I was pretty happy with that. I was still in the game, right? So we got 4 Pokemon remaining, and my opponent also has, actually has 5. So now we're going to go into the Surf Edge. So this is a Meteor Assault, First Impression, Leaf Blade, basically a fully critting set. Max health and max attack, and I've got the Leak as the item. So go for the First Impression. It did drop its stats for Close Combat, and I am running a critting set as well. So Haxorus is going to drop like a stone. All right, so next Pokemon coming in is the Ninjas again. So like, okay, does it have Aerial Waste? Like, I haven't seen all of its moves at this point. I was thinking, what should I do? Should I just go for a Night Slash to finish it off? Just in case it tried to, set something up, I went for the, the Night Slash again. So, Ninjas is going to go and dry again with the Baton Pass, and we still got, a couple more Pokemon here. I was, wondering what they're doing. After this, I was thinking they've probably got, Sword Dance, Substitute, Baton Pass, and Protect. I don't think they've got any attacking moves at all. So Celebi's going to come in. Celebi gets hit really, really hard there. That's 100% crit ratio there with the Leak and the Night Slash. I thought I had Weakness Pulse there for a second, but it had leftovers, so it's a bulky one. So, okay, this could definitely mostly be carrying Psychic. So I decided to swap out my Surfetch and swap in my Galar Darmanitan. So we got the Galar Darmanitan in Zen mode with 160 base power. That's actually going to pop me right there in range. And guys, I've got the best Galar Darmanitan Zen mode set you will ever feast your eyes on. Check this out. So firstly, I'm going to get triggered and go into Zen mode and do a couple little bouncies. And we got on this one, I was actually going to run Belly Drum, but I decided to run Substitute instead. Substitute, Flame Wheel, Ice Fang, and Tackle. Now, Tackle has got 40 base power and it's got normal gem. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to drop hard. So go for Tackle. And it failed. It failed to take Celebi out. Celebi was running a lot of bulk there. Otherwise, it would have taken out. God dang it. I ran the weakest moves they could get. I gave it the 2 weakest stabs and just another weak ass move. So unfortunately, my Tackle Darmanitan Galar is going to fail. Doesn't matter. We can bring in our Surf Edge here and go for a sneaky First Impression. Now, they did see I had this move already. I was starting to think, should I over-predict and go for a Meteor Assault? And I decided, no, I'm just going to go for the First Impression. It doesn't even matter if they swap in another Pokemon, the Resistor, I could still swap it out. So Charizard's going to come in, and man, at this game, seriously, I'm going to ask you guys, this is question of the day, right? Question of the day right here. Haven't done one today. Do you see shiny Charizard more than normal Charizard? Let me know in the comment section. For me, like, shiny Charizard's like the norm. Anyway, so into Zacian, this is the highest attack stat for Generation 8. Obviously, it's a crazy powerful Pokemon, and I gave it a crazy set. So I'm going to take that Air Slash like a champ there. Obviously, I knew they were going to go for the Air Slash. We got Behemoth Blade, Bite, Focus Energy, and Imprison. Imprison was really interesting. The idea of Imprison was to come across another Zacian and then go for Imprison so they couldn't use Behemoth Blade. That was sort of like my main goal of this set. The rest of it's like basically a troll set. So crits and flinches at the same time. So going for Bite. Look how much Bite did there. Unfortunately, I did not get a flinch there, and I'm going to get Fire Blasted out of this battle. Oh, that would have been so good if I got a flinch there, because I think I would have almost taken Charizard out with a Bite. Anyway, I've got 2 more Pokemon remaining, and man, I've still got to deal with quite a few Pokemon. We've got 4 Pokemon to deal with. So in comes the god himself, Stonejourner, and this is my Choice Scarf set. I'm going to go for a Stone Edge here. Look at that face, man. Like, you come across that face, man, you know your days are numbered. All right, so we're going to swap that Charizard out there, and we've got the Blastoise coming in. Now, Blastoise is going to be a bit of a problem here because I can go for a Stone Edge. If it misses, I could be in a bit of trouble. It doesn't miss. Look, I was going to say my arm connects, but it's all like my arm. Sort of like Stonejourner's arms coming out the ground. So I can go for one more Stone Edge, or do I swap? This is a very, very risky moment here, because if I did miss the Stone Edge, I'm total right, because this thing's got like 2 special defense. It's going to go down to a Fire Water Gun. So thinking a lot about this set, and I was like, nah, I've got to go for Stone Edge here. I cannot swap, and Stone Edge is going to connect, and Blastoise goes down. So you probably won't see Blastoise lose to a Stonejourner very often. There you go. So we took out the Blastoise, which was really good. Now, next Pokemon coming in is the Ninja. So it's like, okay, I've only got a certain amount of Stone Edges left. Does that protect? Is it going to try and stall me? But they went for another Dry Baton Pass. Like, okay, well, if it goes to the Charizard, it's going to go down. If it goes to the Celebi, it's going to go down. And I was like, this is really good. So Charizard is going to slap in there. I went for the Stone Edge, and Stone Edge misses. That was a really, really big miss there. So I was like, okay, I cannot play any more games here. I know they've already Dynamaxed the Pokemon, so they can't go for like a Pokemon Lab Solar Beam. So I was thinking, maybe I should go for a Dynamax Max Rockfall, because I know that's not going to miss, right? If Ninjask comes in, it's going to go down. If Celebi goes in, I'm going to drop my cousin on it. Pretty much it, that's it, right? So we got the big old Stonejourner here, and man, this thing is really, really bulky in defense. Like, the defense on this boy is crazy. It actually always gets Wonder Room as well, so you could potentially do a Wonder Room set and be like crazy bulky on both sides. Oh man, I love this Pokemon. This is my, if you guys don't know, this is my second favorite Generation 8 Pokemon. Like it just follows closely to Cranram. Alright, so we're going to Dragon Pulse there. Look how much Dragon Pulse does. That was an even stab. So we've got the Max Rockfall here. I'm going to drop my cousin on top of Charizard, and Charizard is going to go down. We've got 2 more Pokemon there. We've got a Ninjask on a little bit of health, and we've got a Celebi. Now, all this time I was thinking, okay, Celebi's going to have a Grass type move. Does it have Giga Drain? Does it have Energy Ball? Does it have Leaf Storm? Like, what does it have, right? I know that I'll go down in one shot. Now, the other thing about this was, it's not like I could easily swap in Surf Fetch either. But I was like, I need my Choice Scarf, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap Stonejourner out, retain my Choice Scarf, and retain Stonejourner, of course, and go into my Surf Fetch here. This is a bulky Surf Fetch, so I was quite confident I could maybe just live. So we got the Psychic instead of a Grass type move. I take that pretty well considering, and we got a little bit of Sandstorm damage to the Celebi too. Now I can go for a first impression here. If Celebi does decide to swap, Ninjask is going to have to take a first impression, and then it's going to have to take Sandstorm damage. I believe that it's not going to be able to live at this point in the game. That's worst case scenario. If Celebi stays in, it's going to go down as well. Ninjask has not revealed a single attacking move this entire game. So now I was thinking, okay, they're definitely thinking to preserve their Celebi, and Ninjask is going to come into this. I was like, okay, that's absolutely fine. So go for the first impression. I know that it heavily resisted. It's going to be a critical hit there, and even if it wasn't a crit, I believe it would have gone down with the Sandstorm damage. So we got 3 minutes left in this battle. It was a really, really long battle, like almost getting close to 20 minutes. All right, last Pokemon in here is the Celebi. Celebi is on a little bit of health. Now I start thinking, man, does this have Giga Drain or does it not? It's like, it's probably going to go for a Psychic here. So I decided to swap that out. It's going to outspeed me and go into Stonejourner. So we got the Psychic from the Celebi there. Maybe it didn't have a Grass move or battle. I could be wrong. But man, I really thought that it would have like a Psychic and a Grass type move and some other like statusy moves. Anyway, so Celebi is the last Pokemon. Surfetch is the last Pokemon. And the great thing about this, right, Celebi's got nowhere to hide, right? I can go for his, I nearly said Zen Headbutt. Why would I go for Zen Headbutt for?
Man, how do you get Zen Headbutt and First Impression? Man, that was my first impression to go for Zen Headbutt. Woo! Alright, so go for the first impression. Celebi is going to go down, and that, my friends, is the first battle. That was a crazy first battle. Like, the tide of the battle shifted so many times, because at the start, it was very scary with that Gyarados. Like, I could have actually lost that battle about 2 minutes in, so I'm very glad the whole battle got played out there. Grant, thank you for the battle if you ever watched this video. GG, my man. Thank you for granting me a wish of that quick claw. All right, next up, we got Josh here. This is the second battle that I had on my stream, and man, both these battles are really, really good. Like, I had a ton of fun with this team. Maybe, do you guys want us, like, let me know in the comment section. We'd like to see all the other stats too. We can do, like, the highest health and the special attack. Yeah, I'll leave that up to you people if you like to see it. All right, so we got a Lantern lead, which is quite cool. Good to see Lantern being used. Lantern's going to go for Akering. Unfortunately for Lantern, he's going to hit the center of the earth. Man, this Copper Archer landed fissures so many times. It was absolutely wild. Now, Lantern's a very bulky Pokemon too, so I was actually quite lucky that I got rid of that. All right, next Pokemon is the Cinderace there. And Cinderace, I don't mind Cinderace is shiny. Probably out of all of them, it's probably one of the better ones, in my opinion. Like, what do you guys think? So we got a Pyro Ball here, and unfortunately, Quick Claw did not activate, and Copper Archer is going to go down. I cannot complain about that all, because I got a fissure like right off the bat. So, you know, an eye for an eye. I'm happy with that. So now into Zamazen. I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to bait a Pyro Ball, or even a strong attack, and then go for Metal Burst, right? Because I know that obviously this thing is going to outspeed me. So go for Metal Burst, hoping they go for a Pyro Ball, and they went for a high jump kick and says like, okay, that's still super effective. It doesn't really do as much as I sort of hope, because I got that +1, and go for the Metal Burst there, and Metal Burst is going to deal back double damage, and that's not going to take Cinderace out. So it's like, okay, they're probably definitely going to go for a Pyro Ball here, or if they swap, I probably should go for Revenge, right? At least I'll do some damage to the incoming Pokemon. However, they didn't swap at all. They went for another Pyro Ball here, and that's going to hit a little bit harder than the high jump kick, only a fraction harder, and I'm going to go for Revenge, and that is definitely going to take out the Cinderace. So this set actually was pretty strong, this set. I mean, you know, Metal Burst is a gimmick, right? But Revenge hit really, really hard. Okay, now we got Charizard coming in here. Look, another shiny Charizard. That's seriously, like, shiny Charizard is normal. Like, I want to go out into the wild and find a normal Charizard. That's like a shiny to me right now. Obviously, I was thinking here, what should I do? I just went for Payback. I was actually surprised that I outsped the Charizard. Payback did a little bit of damage. I was kind of happy about that. At least I did something rather than nothing. And Charizard is going to take me out with the Flamethrower there. So that's cool. I'm fine with that. That's a pretty good start. I've lost 2 Pokemon, and I've done a little bit of damage to Charizard. So now I can swap in a Pokemon that I'd like to verse with my Charizard, being my Galar Darmanitan. Now, I had to run Zen mode to get the 160 base attack as well. So I had to put myself in Zen mode. So I either had to use Substitute or Belly Drum, or just get hit. Usually those 2 moves are good. I didn't really want to go for Belly Drum, because even after like a +6 Ice Fang and Flame Wheel, like they hit so hard still, even like really like weak base power moves. So we got the big old Charizard here. It's going to be the Gigantamax Charizard. I had a feeling, like, I seen the Charizard in 2 battles. I'm like, come on, there's got to be a G-Max G-Spot in 1 battle. So we got the big old Charizard there. I was thinking here, should I go for a Tackle or should I not? And anyway, I went for a Substitute here. I thought Substitute would be a great way to get around Charizard's G-Max, right? And maybe I could stall out, you know, all 3 turns of the Charizard. That'd be really good. So we've got the G-Max Wildfire there. That's going to hit my sub. Unfortunately, it's going to get around my sub with that damage at the end too. So I'm sort of on borrowed time here. I have to go for maybe an attack after the next Substitute, and Darmanitan is going to go down. So that's actually not going to put me in Zen mode range, unfortunately. So I've got to go for another Substitute anyway. Well, I would have done it regardless, because Charizard's pretty scary in G-Max form. All right, so we're going to Max Lightning this turn. Max Lightning, it doesn't really matter. Any of their moves are going to break my Substitute, right? I'm not exactly running a bulky set here. I was running Max Attack and Max Speed, if I didn't say that already. I was running Adamant Nature on this one. You could easily run better moves on what I'm doing. Like, I'm just doing this for the lols, right? Because it's such a powerful Pokemon. All right, so I've got 1 more turn here. Zen mode is going to trigger, and I'm going to bounce up and down. Man, I really like Zen mode, Darmanitan. Like, the design of it looks really cool. All right, so bouncing up and down, preparing that tackle, guys. I'm preparing this tackle. It's going to drop hard. Man, look at that damage there to Charizard. Oh, man, you got to write home about that one. So we got I think that was like a Dragon Pulse, and my Darmanitan is, it's going to go down, unfortunately. I like how it's a snowman, man. Imagine that thing, like, in real life, right? That snowman bouncing towards you. Like, you freak out. You would freak out. Or maybe something, or I'd probably go up and give it a hug, you know, because I've never seen snow before. All right, so we got the Charizard. It's going to be swapping out here. It's a little bit scared of my big pile of stones. I don't blame him. And now we got their own Zamazenta coming in. So like, oh man, what am I going to do to this? Now, this was where the battle was like this is so random. So Stone Mist is actually gonna miss, and we're gonna get some little bit more damage there from the Charizard's G-Max move. So since I'm locked into Stone Edge, I've got to swap out because I know a Behemoth Bash is coming my way very, very swiftly. So I'm gonna go into my Zacian here. I'm hoping I can do some sort of damage to it. I was thinking I might be able to get like a crit off against it. So does it all depend on how much Behemoth Bash would do, right? Are they really investing in bulk or attack? You know, what sort of EV, spread were they running? So we've got the Behemoth Bash here. It does just under half health, so it's a 3-hit KO. It may be a 2-hit KO. I was sort of prepared for that, but I didn't have a lot of choices here. So like, okay, should I go for Bite to try and get some flinches? Should I go for Behemoth Blade just for some damage? Or should I go for a Focus Energy and then go for a crit? I decided to risk it for the biscuit and go for Focus Energy. So now I've got 2 out of 3 chances of actually critting. So very high chances. And then they go for our Iron Defense. It's like, oh, this is really good because if I get a crit, I'll actually bypass those Iron Defenses. It's not a 100% chance. It's a 2 in 3 chance. So it's pretty high, right? So 2 in 3 chance. So I was like, okay, let's go for Behemoth Blade. Let's see how much this actually does to the Shield Doggo. I was actually expecting, look, I was thinking maybe like, if I can get half damage to this thing, that'd be really, really good. Maybe a little bit over. Like, this thing is crazy in attack, plus you get a +1 just swapping the dang thing in. So I do incredible damage there. It's a clear 2 go, like, easy. If I have to get a crit, though, that's the only thing. I've got to get another crit. So we've got another Behemoth Bash here. I was hoping that I could, just live this one and get one more Behemoth Bash off. Behemoth Blade against the Zamazenta and take it out. So I do live the next one, which is really good. I think that did a tiny little bit less damage than the first one. So now we're all geared up to go for the final Behemoth Blade to take Shield Doggo out. I've got a 2 in 3 chance to actually crit this, so very, very high. I would have liked to run, normally I run like Scope Lens, but you need like Rust and Sword, right, to actually do this. So I couldn't get that clean 100%. All right, so going for the Behemoth Blade, it doesn't crit. I'm like, no. I was like, I'm done here. But they went for the Iron Defense again. I was like, what? I was like, okay, maybe they didn't expect me. They must not expect me to take them out. Like, they were obviously betting on me not getting the crits. So like, wow, that was really, that was risk play there. So like, I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to go for a Behemoth Blade again. I've got to take this thing out. So like, hopefully this time I can get the crit right. And I don't get the crit. Are you serious? And now the Zamazenta is going to go for Behemoth Bash and take me out. Man, like, you got to admit, that was really, really unlucky. That was super unlucky. They got an extra Iron Defense and then took me out afterwards. What the heck? That was some crazy luck. All right, so Zacion's going to go down, unfortunately. But the only good thing about, not that it was very good, right? It wasn't a low amount of health. I was swapping my Stone Gem, just sliding in with a couple of blocks there. I was like, will he crash? Will he crash and even take this out? And look at it. Look at the damage. It did nothing. I think this thing is at about +5 defense at the moment. So we got another Behemoth Bash here from the Zamazenta. Now, Stone Journey does have very good defense, and my boy actually lived. Even the sweeping set lived. Like, Stone Journey is an absolute unit. All right, so now we're going to go for a Heat Crash here, and that is going to be enough to finally take out the Zamazenta. Man, that thing caused me a lot of problems. That caused me, like, more problems than it should have. Okay, so we've got a Charizard left and 2 other Pokemon. Things are not looking rosy at all. So we got Aegislash here. I was thinking, I could pop the Dynamax here, but then I was thinking, okay, they're going to go for a Shadow Sneak. Let's swap into my last Pokemon being Sirfetch'd, right? Because I've got Scrappy ability on this thing, so I can hit it like really, really hard. So we've got the King Shield here. I wasn't actually worried about negatives in attack or anything because I knew this was a crit set. So Night Slash, 100% crit. Leaf Blade, 100% crit. First Impression and Meteor Assault had a 2 out of 3 chance of critting as well, right? So I wasn't worried about any of those negative attack drops. So I decided this time to go for a Dynamax on my Sirfetch'd and hit this Aegislash with just absolutely everything I got, right? And I won't have to recharge either because I'm actually in, my Dynamax. So this thing has, the great thing about Sirfetch'd, it's got a really, really big attack. It's got some extra bulk too, which I really like. Like a very, very, I reckon it's a very good Pokemon. So we got that big old attack there, and Aegislash is going to drop like a stone, and that is down. So really, really good getting around that. We're clawing our way back into this battle as well. Also getting a nice juicy +1 and attack at the same time. So there's a Charizard left and 1 other Pokemon. So I was like, okay, This thing's got 3/4 health. I've got basically a near 100% crit there. Charizard's going to go for a fly. What? So we got the fly there. Max Darkness is going to miss. I've only got one more turn of Dynamax. Charizard's fly actually drops really hard. That nearly would have taken him out if I wasn't Dynamax. So this is a crazy Charizard set. Anyway, so go for that Max Darkness. Charizard is going to go down. That was like a mixed Charizard, but man, it hit really hard from the physical side. So we've got one more Pokemon left here, and it's Darmanitan. I was like, oh man. Okay, so like Guerrilla Tactics. I'm about to get roasted here. So, obviously, Surf Edge has done its job in Dynamax. It's back to normal. So I was thinking, should I swap here and go for like a first impression? It went for a Fire Blast. I'm like, what? It's a special Darmanitan? Anyway, because I go for the Meteor Assault, I'm like, there's no way that Darmanitan is going to live this one at all. Like, I've got this game here. This is good. And then it had a Focus Sash Darmanitan. And to top it off, guess what, people? It's going to be in Zen mode as well. So it's got the, we've got like both Zen mode Darmanitans. Like, is this going to be a fully special Zen mode Darmanitan? Unfortunately for me now, I'm actually on recharge because Meteor Assault is basically like Giga Impact. I leave that on 10 health, but I'm on recharge this turn, so I've got to swap it out. I know that I'm going to get outsped. I thought if I swap this out, bring in Stone Journer to take the hit, then I've still got that first impression up my sleeve, right? So we're going to Ice Punch here, and the Stone Journer, man, Stone Journer's going to go down, but an absolute unit, that battle. Last Pokemon is the Surf Edge. I think we've only got 2 minutes left or 1 minute left in this battle. I can go for a first impression and take out the Darmanitan. That, actually, now I think about it, I took out the last Pokemon on nearly 1 health with first impression in both battles. Thank you guys for watching. This is two really, really good battles. Enjoy those. Guys, check out the bloopers and bonus battle. I'll catch you in a row. Peace out.